Hello, I'm Heather.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is the Politics Free Podcast,
where you can come for a short time each week to get away from the madness of the world,
while we carry on as though nothing important or noteworthy is happening.
So join us for some conversation,
some silliness,
and a game,
while we attempt to put you in a better mood by the end of the episode than you're in right now.
Welcome to our bubble.
Welcome to our bubble. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Heather.
How are you today?
Doing swell. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Now that the formalities are out of the way, are you ready for the topic of the week?
I am ready for the topic of the week.
Good.
I'm always ready for the topic of the week.
I realize I never sent you an outline for this recording, so you have no idea what's coming.
No, that's fine. Blindside me. I don't care.
The topic of the week is peanut butter. Now, you may be wondering, peanut butter, that's a random topic. I chose it for two reasons. One, it's not political as far as I know. And two, it was inspired by, I was Googling something. I can't remember what I Googled, but it was one of these like stupid questions type Googles or something like that. And one of the websites that I found asked a question like, if peanut butter was called something else, what would it be called?
Peanut paste.
Peanut paste. Good one. Yes, that was my first thought. Nut paste is what I went with.
But there's so many different nuts that you can't really just call it nut paste.
That's a good point. And I didn't think of that until you brought up how it should be called peanut paste. But I'm not done.
Okay.
We've got peanut jam. Why not?
Not really a jam.
They load it with sugar. Jam. Are we gonna spark a viral internet debate about whether peanut butter is really jam? I hope so. Listen to the Politics Free Podcast. Okay. American peanuts.
Weird, but okay.
Well, you know what inspired that name? American cheese, which is not. I think it's less than 50% actual cheese, so they have to call it like cheese product or something like that. Legally, they can't just call it cheese.
Because it's not real cheese?
Because it's not real cheese. And that's how I feel about peanut butter. They add all the sugar and that stuff that makes it the oil not separate.
Right.
And that's American. That's what we do to food. American peanuts.
Yeah, but American peanuts, it would have to be American peanut paste or American peanut paste product.
American peanut paste product. Yes, that's the one. Moving on, we have everything, because you can put it with everything. Try to challenge me on that. You can put it with anything. Sticky.
Okay, that sounds like marijuana.
Even better then, for some people. Maybe it's peanut butter. It's like peanut butter, like a pot brownie, but it's peanut butter.
Okay.
That has got to be an actual thing somewhere. I'm convinced somebody has made pot peanut butter.
Oh, for sure.
They had to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tahini, because there's tahini, which is the sunflower seed, right? Is it? Or is it sesame seed paste?
I think it's sesame seeds.
So tahini, it's peanut butter paste.
Yeah.
It's peanut butter. Legume delight.
Ooh. I like that one.
I know. Peanut smush. Goober glop.
Okay.
Then if you want to get fancy, imported from France, purée d'arachide, which is the terrible pronunciation for purée d'arachide, which is puree of peanuts, I believe is what that translates as.
Interesting.
Peanut pulp.
Peanut puree?
Peanut puree, yes, that would have been the English version of the same thing. But when you make it French, then it's fancy.
That's only if it's imported from France.
Well, what they do is they just say imported from France, but the address is like usually from Canada or somewhere in the U.S., like in Tennessee or something. Have you ever noticed that?
I have.
Yeah.
Like Avion water.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's supposed to be like from some crazy ass mountain range, and it's like bottled in Utah.
Ah, yes. All right. I don't know if I said it already. Peanut pulp,
Okay.
gum be gone.
Okay.
When you get gum in your hair and you put the peanut butter in it.
I think that's an old wives' tale, though.
Is it? Because we could also call it all-purpose cleaner. No?
Wood polisher.
There you go. Dog silencer and mouth burn relief.
Do you think that would really silence a dog, though? Don't you think the dog would start making this noise?
Yeah, but then at least it's not barking. By the way, don't feed peanut butter to dogs. Just want to throw that out there. That was a
Why?
joke. Because I think they don't like it. Do they like it? It like gets all stuck in their mouth. They seem to have a terrible time eating. All right, now we're going to Google.
I think they like it because you're supposed to put it in those conga toys.
You are?
Yeah, you shove the peanut butter down inside of there, and then the dogs go ham
Can
on it.
I feed dogs peanut butter?
According to American Kennel Club, yes, dogs can eat peanut butter as long as it is fed in moderation and does not contain xylitol, so get out that peanut butter jar and share the good news.
I stand corrected. Feed dogs peanut butter. Okay.
In moderation.
In moderation. Make sure there's no xylitol in it.
And don't give them chocolate. You gonna fact check me on that one, Heather?
Yes, I am.
I know for fact you can't feed dogs
Can
chocolate.
I feed chocolate to a dog?
According to VCA Animal Hospitals, yes, chocolate is toxic to dogs and cats. While rarely fatal, chocolate ingestion can result in significant illness. Chocolate is toxic because it contains a chemical called theobromine, as well as caffeine.
Yes, chocolate is toxic to dogs. I heard that part.
And cats. And blah, 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 blah. You were right. Let's move on.
Okay. We should have a chalkboard with points on how many times I'm right and how many times you're wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're winning on this
song.
one.
What?
The You're Wrong song does not apply in this situation. But listen, after I figured out all of those fantastically better names for peanut butter, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to come up with some slogans for peanut butter? Milk has a slogan. Cheese has a slogan.
Wait, what's cheese's slogan?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it has one, though. Are you about to win another fact check? Hold on. Slogan for cheese.
Here's a summary from the brand Boy. Best cheese slogans. Finest cheese in town. We know the flavor. We are the cheese experts. Got our own cheesy stuffs. No added chemicals.
I think that's just various companies' cheese slogans. But anyways.
Milk's got a slogan. Got milk.
Does have a slogan. Got milk. Also, before that, it does a body good. You remember that one?
I do remember that one.
In the day. I think that some people got mad because milk well, anyways, I don't want to get into that because we're not scientists and we're already proven how wrong we are about the scientific stuff we talk about. But some people had a problem with milk being advertised as it does a body good, so they changed it to Got Milk. And I have to say, whoever did the marketing for Got Milk was a genius, man. Those were great ads. They were great.
And they got like all the celebrities in on it to get like the milk mustaches.
Listen to me. If the Muppets are in an ad, I will go get that product. I'm not even kidding.
Nick Cage? Was it? Oh no. Do you remember the Read posters? It like would show a person sitting there with a book.
Vaguely.
And then at the bottom it just says read. Anyway, we had a Nick Cage poster of Read with him.
Oh.
Doing a smile. Anyway, he came by the school one day, and I happened to not be there when he came through, but apparently he saw the poster.
Nicolas Cage came to our store? Our
yes.
School? Dang. How did I miss that day? Anyways, go on.
I know, seriously. Toured the place, saw his poster, and was like, hey, that's me.
And we both missed it. I have absolutely no recollection of that. Where were we? What was going on?
Probably had dental appointments. Be just like Mom to schedule dental appointments on a day Nick Cage came and toured the freaking school.
Anyway,
Love you, Mom.
let's talk about Love You, Mom. Also, that was a way more interesting story, but we're going to go on with peanut butter slogans. Here we go. Peanut butter. It will definitely get stuck to the roof of your mouth. Peanut butter. Big butter is watching you. Peanut butter. There is no escape. Peanut butter. We will find you. There's peanut butter in everything. That's my whole point here. It's over peanut butter in this country.
You're making it sound terrifying. Like, this will drive business away. This is like the exact opposite of what you're trying to do.
Okay, listen.
Peanut butter. We give your mouth an eternal hug.
Okay, that's a nice one. My next one was peanut butter. Where there's a food, there's a way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Peanut butter, saving mouths from chili peppers since 1884. I actually did research this. Peanut butter was invented in 1884 by a Canadian man whose name I cannot remember, but it was French.
And it wasn't George Washington Carver?
I don't think so. Well, not according to Google search results.
Yes and no. Apparently, George Washington Carver is one of those people that somehow got credit for the invention of something, but it was really like somebody else. Like, I don't know how that worked out. But that's who I always was taught was the inventor of peanut butter was old George Washington Carver. I found out recently that
he was an agricultural scientist.
Found out recently that he was not, in fact, the inventor of peanut butter.
Interesting. Well, he went to the... Okay, let's just see here. George Washington Carver, peanut butter. Okay, biography.com. Did George Washington Carver invent peanut butter? George Washington Carver created more than 300 products from the peanut plant, but is often remembered for the one he didn't invent, peanut butter. Interesting.
Huh.
A French Canadian invented peanut butter, which leads me to the next slogan. Peanut butter. It's actually Canadian, so leave us alone, Europe. A lot of Europeans take issue with peanut butter. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that.
Okay, peanut butter. Nobody asked, literally, at all. That's not a slogan, that's just me. I'm not a big fan of peanut butter. That's where I'm going with these slogans.
Is this why you're like, all your things are negative connotations of peanut butter, Heather? Because you don't like peanut butter? Jeez, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. I was like, where are you going with all this? And you're just sitting here ragging on peanut butter the whole time? What is wrong with you?
Okay, but the next one's great. Are you ready?
Okay.
Peanut butter, because everyone needs a massive vat of something. Peanut butter, because everyone gets gum in their hair at least once.
I've never had gum in my hair, Heather.
Yes, you have. You've never had gum in your hair? I guarantee you've had gum in your hair.
Not one single time. No, never.
I'm going to fact check that with Mom right now.
Do it now.
Texting.
Do it now.
She may not get back to me. It's often quite some time before she does. But we'll see. Mom, did Ryan ever get gum stuck in his hair recording podcast right now? Please help settle this argument. We'll see what she says. My phone is on silent, so if she texts back, I'm probably not going to get it. And the last slogan I had was peanut butter. Who actually wants chocolate without it? Oh, it's everyone. Everyone wants chocolate without peanut butter.
Wait, everyone wants chocolate without peanut butter? Excuse me?
Yes.
Reese's.
You have to admit, just some things that don't need to have peanut butter put in them. Ice cream. Ice cream never needed peanut butter to be introduced into it.
Have you seen the amount of flavors of ice cream there are, Heather? I would rather take peanut butter in my ice cream than, I don't know, pork, which is a thing. Prosciutto ice cream.
But have you tried pork ice cream?
Because that is disgusting. Heather, there's like these fancy, like, bougie places that like make this crazy weird ice cream, and it's like high end, and I believe that was one of them was like prosciutto ice cream, and amongst other weird things. But I don't know, Heather. You just have to walk down the aisle of the ice cream. There's a whole aisle dedicated to ice cream in most supermarkets because of the massive amounts of flavors they have. And you're complaining about peanut butter?
Yes.
Wow.
Anyways, I don't entirely hate peanut butter. I will have it on occasion with something, but in general, I don't really need it in my food so much. I was going to give you an opportunity to present some more favorable slogans, but you didn't want to chime in with that. So that's where it stands. You gave me
Heather,
one slogan.
I haven't had time to sit here and think of peanut butter slogans when I was blindsided with this topic. I was never sent an outline that this was even going to be a thing. We didn't even discuss this yesterday. You were just like, hey, guess what?
I will point out that you usually don't read the outlines I send you anyway,
Heather,
before we record.
We've established that A, I do, and B, I don't check my email unless I'm told to check my email. So if I don't get a text message from you that says, hey, sent you an outline, check the email, of course, I'm not going to send the outline. But that doesn't matter. Heather, did you send me an outline? Did you send me an outline? No. You didn't. I rest my case.
I just texted you. Okay, Mom answered my text.
What did she...
In response to the question, did Ryan ever get gum stuck in his hair? I don't remember. It's possible.
Mom texted me and said, I don't remember one way or the other. And now I'm going to shame her and tell her, you were supposed to tell her, no, I have never had gum stuck to my hair.
Wow, that was pretty diplomatic. She took nobody's side in this fight. She was just like, don't remember. Shut up. Leave me alone. Listen, I remembered what I was going to say earlier when you're talking about like pork ice cream and stuff. And I was sitting there being like, well, have you ever tried pork ice cream? Even though in all honesty, I would literally never try pork ice cream. I am just like, no, thanks. That sounds bad. Have you ever heard of the bacon maple donut?
Yes.
For the longest time, I was like, that sounds really good. And I wouldn't try the bacon maple donut because I love bacon. I love maple. I thought I was going to just love this thing and just eat one every day if I finally tried it. And I finally broke down. My willpower and resolve left me. And I tried a maple bacon donut one day and it was disgusting. I did not enjoy it at all.
Really?
Really.
Well, it's not even real maple. So it's not like...
Yeah.
It's not like they used candied bacon. Like, candied bacon tastes so good. Love candied bacon.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I poured like maple syrup on my bacon, that might be good.
Wait, have you not done that before?
No.
Heather, that is a thing.
Really?
To dip your bacon or your sausage into syrup. That's why there's a bacon maple bar.
Oh.
Because that is a thing. I for the longest time when I saw that became a thing at the bacon maple bar, I was like, ew, that is disgusting. Who would do that? As I sat there and dipped my fucking bacon into some maple syrup and I'm eating it, I'm like, who would put bacon on a donut? You know? And until it finally dawned on me that it actually tastes good with maple syrup.
Well, I'm glad you like them, bro. Listen, I have one more part of this bit. I'm going to take it all the way through because I prepared it.
Okay.
You may have heard me talk about this before. I'm pretty vocal about it. All right. It's the how to Americanize any food in 3 simple steps.
Is adding sugar one of them?
In 4 simple steps. 1, add sugar. 2, add peanut butter. 3, dip it in batter. 4, deep fry it.
I feel like that's like a specific area of the U.S. If this is the U.S., it's probably this part of the U.S.
Once again, people can't see your hand demonstrations on the podcast. I've mentioned this before a few times. He's saying it's a Southern thing.
I don't know about the peanut butter, but the deep frying definitely is more Southern than it is the rest of the U.S.
I think you might be right about that. But I thought we'd play a fun game. Name any random food off the top of your head.
Milk.
Milk. Perfect. Put sugar in it. Put a load of peanut butter in it. Mix it all up. Roll it into a ball. Dip it in batter. Deep fry it. Next food.
It doesn't work like that, Heath.
Milk has now been Americanized.
Lasagna.
Lasagna. Perfect. Layer of pasta, layer of peanut butter. Layer of pasta, layer of peanut butter. Dip it in batter, dip it, deep fry it, dip it in sugar. Americanized. Peanut butter lasagna deep fried. We just...
Spaghetti.
Trademark. Spaghetti. Cook the noodles. Drain the noodles. Cool the noodles. Dump a bunch of sugar and peanut butter in the noodles. Stick it in a blender. Blend it. Take it out of the blender. Pour it into an ice cube tray. Freeze it for half an hour. Bring it out. Dip it in batter. Deep fry it. Dip it in sugar. Spaghetti. Americanized. I think spaghetti's already Americanized the way we eat it over here. But anyway.
I think most foods that we eat over here are Americanized. Although it seems like most of the food that we eat doesn't have peanut butter in it, just throwing that out there. So maybe they're not Americanized according to you.
All right, well, we would love to hear other people's thoughts on this topic. Email us, hey@thepoliticsfreepodcast.com. Thank you so much. It's time for our actual game of the episode. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's going to be Trivial Pursuit with a twist.
Okay.
If you don't know the answer, make one up. And then I have to guess whether you're lying or not, and we'll switch it around as well.
Okay.
I think it's going to be obvious for me to tell when you make up answers. And I won't look at the answers either, so I'll have to answer. Well, we'll do it like this. We'll both answer the question. Then we have to decide if we're lying or not. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
No, I dropped the first card on the floor. It's a goner. Next card. Okay, that's got a lot of words I can't pronounce in it. We're going to go to the next one. What cowboy star sings Cole Porter's Don't Fence Me In 1944's Hollywood Canteen?
John Wayne.
I was going to say his name's on the top of my tongue. John Wayne. I'm going to go with John Wayne also. I think you're guessing, but let's turn it over and see. Roy Rogers.
You were guessing too.
I know. That was a bad example. Here we go.
I was trying to sound like I knew what I was talking about.
You did sound like you knew what you were talking about. You did better at that. You win that one. I'm going to give you a point.
I was scrambling my head like, what's the cowboy name? What's the cowboy name?
I was like, Clint Eastwood. That's not good. That's going to be obviously the wrong answer. God. All right. Ooh. What cereal did Charles Post introduce in 1904 as Elijah's manna? Cornflakes.
Cornflakes?
Yeah.
Oh, did you say cornflakes like you knew what you were talking about?
Because I do know what I'm talking about. Cornflakes. What's your answer, buddy?
No, it's puffed barley.
Post Toasties. I don't know what that is.
That's puffed barley. That's what they called it. Toasties.
Post Toasties.
Puffed barley.
Post Toasties. That's good cereal. Post Toasties. Google. Let's look at the picture. They're cornflakes. They're cornflakes.
But Heather, you had to look it up. I made you doubt yourself.
But I was making a wild guess and I was right, basically.
Yeah, but you second guessed your guess because I was very convincing about it being puffed barley. You had to look it up.
Damn it, you won again. Okay, I'm going to get the next one. What museum houses Edgar Degas' 1876 masterpiece, The Glass of Absinthe? The Louvre.
The Guggenheim.
Huh? The Guggenheim?
The Guggenheim.
It's
Yeah.
the Louvre. Let's check it out.
It's the Guggenheim.
The Louvre. I win because I got it right. What pop singer last performed in concert at Northwestern Louisiana University in 1973?
Pop singer?
Mm-hmm.
Elvis Presley.
I think it's pretty obvious I don't know the answer to this one at this point as I search my mind for a made-up answer. I think you might be right. Let's see what the answer is. Jim Croce? Jim Croce?
Never heard of him.
Me neither. This is an incredibly old version of Trivial Pursuit.
Heather, Trivial Pursuit has always been hard.
I know it has, but there's more modern ones that have like the pop culture questions I can actually answer because they're from the era in which I've lived. Who was born first, Chico, Groucho, or Harpo? It was Groucho.
I was going to say Groucho.
Chico.
I don't know who any of those people are.
I think Groucho is Groucho Marx. What are the 6 characters in the title of Luigi Pirandello's play In Search of Happiness?
Oh, what they're in search of the meaning of life.
An author. They're in search of an author. I have no idea what that play is, but sounds interesting.
Sure.
Where does Archie Andrews part his hair straight down the middle, baby?
It depends on what era.
Well, you know it's not going to be that kind of answer in Trivial Pursuit.
But I'm just saying, in recent history, it's a side part.
In the middle. That's 2 for me and 2 for you. I'm pretty sure we're tied right now. Are you ready for the tiebreaker and the end of this game?
Yes.
What year did Mary Richards graduate from high school? 1947.
1955.
1959. You were closer. Half a point. You win. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all we have for you this week. Thanks for stopping by and listening if you did. We're going to leave you, of course, with our free advice. This is actually a legitimate piece of advice, a life hack, no joke. If you're trying to get the smell out of clothing, put some white vinegar in the wash with it. That will get loads of smells. Put like 2 cups, like for say a medium-sized load, 2 cups of vinegar in there. That gets the smell out of anything. I've been using it. It works like a charm.
I'm going to have to try that because I've always done just a little teaspoon of bleach, and I'll put it in the little bleach thing, especially if the laundry, sometimes, especially in the middle of summer, this happens. We'll forget that we washed a load of laundry and it'll just sit in the washer and it'll stew. And then it smells super nasty.
Yeah.
And so we got to wash it again. And if you just do a normal load, the smell doesn't go away. So I discovered if you put just a tiny little bleach in there, it makes the smell go away. And
interesting.
The only downside to that is sometimes the bleach gets onto the clothes and bleach stains it. So now I'm going to try that white vinegar.
We have a pretty old school washer, and I don't have a bleach compartment, so I'd have to pour it directly in. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing the bleach one. Well, What if it was color safe bleach? Have you tried that?
I haven't tried color safe bleach, but you could take a bucket of water and just put a little blurb of bleach in there and then fill it up and then dump it into the wash.
That is not a bad idea. Well, anyways, that's the advice. If you want to get the smell out, try white vinegar. If you want to get the smell out and possibly stain your clothes, go with bleach.
Oh, wait. So does the white vinegar smell like white vinegar after the load? Do you wash it with?
No, it doesn't. The smell dissipates. It does not smell vinegary at all. Oh. That's what I was worried about, but I tried it and I was amazed. No smell left behind. It was great. Okay, now can we end the episode?
Nice. I guess.
Okay. Bye.
Trousers.